Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you guys for watching us today. I have one of us here. I'm so glad that she chose to come to Glayonse Media to give her life story, and I'm so happy and thankful for her coming to the show. Welcome. What's your name?
Thank you. Caroline Apodaca. Caroline.
Nice meeting you, Caroline.
You too.
Thank you for agreeing to come to the show. This is one of the media, diaspora media, Glayonse Media, whereby, we interview people and get to know their life story, and people get to hear your story. What do you want to start by introducing us about your life, yourself, a little bit about where you were born?
Well, Jambo, I was born in Mombasa, Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
And then I lived on Robinson Island for 5 years, which is Crusoe Island now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved to Malindi, Kenya until I was 13.
Oh, okay. So, you said Jambo, so you know Swahili a little bit.
Yes.
That's nice.
A little bit.
How many words do you know, Swahili words?
Rafiki. Jambo kwaheri.
Jambo kwaheri.
Chakula iko mzuri sana.
Chakula iko mzuri sana. You speak very fluent. This is exciting. Yes.
Yes.
So, karibu sana. I'm so happy to have you on the show. So, you said you were born in Mombasa, you lived in Malindi, and then until 14 years. Then what happened after that?
My mother, Kathleen Hurd, her maiden name was Stever.
Okay.
She ended up leaving and coming to the States.
Mm-hmm.
We had a home in Malindi. I'm not sure what happened, but we left everything there, and she left home. I'm not sure why.
Okay. So you guys then moved back here.
Yes.
So she herself was born here. She was American.
Yeah,
Okay.
my mom was British. No, I'm sorry. My mom was American. My dad was British.
Okay. Okay. So what happened, a little bit about what happened to your dad or what happened to your mom, both parents?
My father, David Hurd, left us when we were 5, left Robinson Island, which is Crusoe Island.
Mm-hmm.
He left us when we were 5, and we went to live in Malindi, me and my twin sister.
Okay.
And me and my mother. My sister's name was Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's name is David Hurd. We heard that he, I'm not sure if he was killed in Africa or he was drinking and crashed in a tree, but he died back home. And we heard that I think he was buried on the island, which was Robinson Island, but now I think it's Crusoe Island in Lamu. My dad and mom ran it for a long time, but that's all I know.
Okay. So were you guys able to go back and attend his funeral? So
No.
Technically you and your siblings and your mother moved here, but you left your dad back home because he chose to stay there. He was a Kenyan.
He left us when we were 5, but he was British. But he chose to become a Kenyan citizenship and give up his British citizenship to become a Kenyan.
Okay, so you guys never went for the funeral. You just heard that he died there and he was buried there.
Yes.
Do you guys know exactly where he was buried?
I was told it was Robinson Island, which is Crusoe Island now, but I'm not too sure.
Somewhere in Lamu?
Somewhere in Lamu, yes.
Okay. That's a very exciting story. Earlier on, I think you had mentioned that, he did a couple things like writing books or having parks or something like, what do you want to talk about a little things that he achieved?
Well, he loved to fish. He was a fisherman. And he loved Kenya, and my heart is still back home in Kenya. It's never left home, and it's never been in the States my whole life. and they ran the island for a long time. And my heart is still there, and I would like to see if anybody knows anything about my dad or anything that he had, or I don't know anything about him. That's all I know. He wrote 2 books, more than 2 books. One of them is On Due Season, and the other one is Kidnapping Kwangu.
Kidnapping
Kwangu.
Kwangu.
Yeah.
Kidnapping Kwangu.
Yeah.
And then another one is
On Due Season, something
On
like
Due
that.
Season. Okay.
Yeah, and a couple
Alright.
of other ones that I don't know.
Okay, guys, if you know that book, if you have ever had the book, you guys can, maybe try to help us to figure it out, where's the book, and maybe we need to read about the book and, understand more what he was trying to express himself through the book. And also, if anyone who has, any information about, him and, where he was exactly buried, please let us know, because her heart is still back home. She would love to go visit the grave of his dad. And she will love also to move back home, because she has a dual citizenship as a Kenyan American. So anything else that you want to talk about?
Just
yourself or your siblings, and will they love also to move back? Are you a twin sister? You told me you have a twin
sister, identical twin sister. She doesn't have the same feelings like I do.
Okay.
The hole that I have back home, she doesn't have that.
Okay.
And my dream is to go back home, and my heart is still there. It's never been over here. Never.
Also, you will like to know if your dad owned, the island, or what kind of property he had back home, because there's no way out he could give his own citizenship and live in Kenya and did not have, a lot of stuff that he owns or anything like that. Yeah,
and
that would be nice if you will, go and do a follow-up. Is there something else you want to add?
And the home back in Malindi, I'm not sure. Thank you. I'm not sure where it was at, but I know it was in Malindi. But again, my father's name was David Hurd. My mother was Kathleen Hurd. Her maiden was Stever. My name is now Caroline Apodaca, but it was Caroline Hurd. And my twin sister, identical, is Catherine Hurd. So, Kwaheri, if anybody knows anything.
Yeah. So, this is a very interesting story, and I actually volunteered myself to help her. So we are thinking about, visiting Kenya sometime towards the end of this year. So we would love to hear from you guys if you want to support us, you want to sponsor her, you want to, be part of this journey, because she wants to go back. She has how long ago when you were in Kenya?
I left home in 1985 thinking we were going to go back, and we never did go back.
That's a long
but my home is still there.
Yeah, that's a long time. But it's not long when you are willing to look for your home and figure out where you were born and where you grow up. So yeah, it's many years, but everything is achievable if we actually, find assistance through the government of Kenya. So people in Lamu and people in Mombasa,
Malindi.
Please, Malindi, if you want to help her find where her dad was buried, what her dad had, and what happened, because she moved over here when she was 14, 15 years old, and now she has never been able to go back. But her soul, her heart, and everything wants her to go back. She wants to go see her dad's grave, put the flower there, and to figure out where and what happened, what she should do, because that's home for her.
Yeah.
So, anything else that you want to add?
That's it. Asante sana, Kwaheri. Please.
Asante.